Welcome, students. This is Mr. Adisha. I hope you're all well. Today, I want to talk about grammar. I like grammar because I like writing. If you want to be a good writer, you must understand grammar. All right, let's begin. All right, students, take out your advanced grammar book. We are going to do adjective clauses, chapter 6. Okay, let's remember what an adjective clause is. This is very important when you write English. We have a noun, comma, adjective clause, comma. The adjective clause is a marker plus a subject plus a verb. It's very easy. Right. If the noun is a subject, then the marker is who or that plus a verb. If the noun is an object, then the marker is whom. Sometimes people say who plus a subject plus a verb. They're very different. If the noun is a thing, then we use which or that plus the subject plus the verb. If the noun is a place, we can use the marker where or which or that plus a subject plus a verb. If the noun is a time, we can use the marker when or which or that plus the subject plus the verb. Okay, let's do exercise 2, part B. Part B, what do you say in these situations? Number 1, your best friend lost his car keys. You want to know if he has found them. You say, have you found? Okay, this is very interesting. So, the noun is car keys. Okay, that's the noun, the car keys. And what happened to the car keys? What happened to the car keys? Well, he lost the car keys. He lost the car keys. So let's write this. Now we want to write the whole sentence out. All right, so first letter is a capital letter. Your best friend lost his car keys. Period. Space. You want to know if he has found them. Period. Space. You say, okay, in English, we need a comma here and we need quotes. The quotes are like that. And then this is a capital letter. We need a big letter here, a capital letter. Have you found? Okay, have you found? All right, the verb is have found. Who has found? You have found. You have found what? Have you found, it's you as the subject, so your car keys, that's the noun. Now the noun, that's a thing, it's a thing. So look at, it's a thing. The noun is a thing, so we can use which or that, plus subject plus verb. Have you found your car keys, marker, that you, look at here, lost, okay? That you lost. All right, and then we have the question mark, because have you found your car keys that you lost? That's question, so question mark, and then the end quotes. These are beginning quotes, these are end quotes. So your answer is, your best friend lost his car keys. You want to know if he has found them. You say, have you found your car keys that you lost? That's number one. Okay, number two, question number two. A friend is wearing a dress. You like it. You tell her, I like the dress. Okay, well, let's take out our pink. The dress, that's a noun. Well, what about this dress? How do we describe the dress? Well, your friend is wearing the dress, right? Your friend is wearing the dress. Okay, and the dress, a dress is a noun, it's a thing. We can use which or that, plus subject plus verb. Either one. Okay, so let's begin. A friend is wearing a dress. Period. You like it. Period. Space. You tell her, comma, quote, this is the beginning quote. You tell her, I like the dress. Okay, let's use a marker. We need a marker. That. Remember, you can use which to, which, that, which, subject, that, you, because your friend is wearing the dress. It says is wearing, that you are wearing. And then we have the quote and a period. Now in America, this is British. In America, we would write wearing, period, quote. So there's a difference. This is the UK, this is America, the USA. Let's just write, a friend is wearing a dress, period. You like it, period. You tell her, comma, beginning quote, I like the dress that you are wearing, end quote, period. Okay. All right, let's look at number three. A buddy is going to see a film. You want to know the name of the film. You say, what's the name of the film? Okay, well, here it is, the name of the film. Okay, so we want to describe the film. Well, you're going to go see a film, right? You're going to go see a film. So we're going to use a buddy is going to see a film. We're going to use this sentence to make an adjective clause describing the film. Very easy. A film is a noun. A film is a noun. That's a thing. We can use which or that plus a subject plus a verb. All right, so let's go. A buddy is going to see a film. Period. Okay? You want to know, you want to know the name of the film. Period. You say, comma, beginning quote, what's the name of the film? Now we need our marker, that, then we need a subject, that your buddy's going to go see the film. What's the name of the film that you, subject, verb, are going to see? What's the name of the film that you are going to see? And this is a question mark and end quote. Now look at the UK. If it's a question, the question mark is inside the quote. The UK and the USA are the same. That's the same, inside. A buddy is going to see a film. You want to know the name of the film. You say, what's the name of the film that you are going to see? Very good. Okay, number 4. You wanted to visit a museum. It was shut when you got there. You tell a friend, the museum, blah, 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 was shut when we got there. Well, here's the noun, museum. We want to talk about the museum. Well, what about the museum? Well, the one you wanted to visit. So we're going to use you wanted to visit to describe the museum. All right. You wanted to visit a museum. Period. It was shut when you got there. Period. You tell a friend. You tell a friend, comma, quote, the museum. Remember, the museum is a thing. It's also a place. It's also a place. So it's a thing. So we can use which or that. And it's also a place. So you use where, which, that. I'm going to use that. You tell a friend the museum, marker that, subject, says you wanted to visit the museum that you wanted to visit. Okay, now we have that you wanted to visit is describing the museum. This is the adjective clause. Now continue. Was shut. Was shut when we got there. When we got there. End quote, period. We're doing like the UK. Okay? You wanted to visit a museum. It was shut when you got there. You tell a friend, the museum that you wanted to visit was shut when we got there. Now I want you to remember this. That you wanted to visit, that is the adjective clause describing the museum. See? This is the subject, this is the verb. This is the adjective clause. Okay, number 5. You invited some people to your party. Some of them couldn't come. You tell someone, some of the people, blah, 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 couldn't come. Well, here's the noun, people. We want to describe the people. We want to describe the people, right? So what can we do? Well, you invited these people. You invited these people to your party. I'm going to use this to describe the people. All right, and this is people. People, a noun, right? And this is you invited some of the people, right? Some of the people. You invited some people. Well, look here. This is the subject. Some people is the object. So this people is the object. So it's the object. So we're going to use whom. Whom plus subject plus verb. All right? So let's go. You invited some people to your party. Party. Period. Some of them couldn't come. Period. You tell someone, comma, quote, some of the people. Now we're going to use the marker whom. Whom, and then we use the subject, you, verb, invited, whom, some of the people whom you invited to your party. Okay, that's the adjective clause. Couldn't come. End quote, period. Now remember, whom you invited to your party is the adjective clause describing people. You invited some people to your party. Some of them couldn't come. You tell someone. Some of the people whom you invited to your party couldn't come. All right. All right, number 6. Your friend had to do some work. You wanted to know if she has finished. You say, have you finished the work? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, the noun is the work. The work, that's the noun. And have you finished the work? Now, what kind of work? That your friend had to do. That work. She had to do that work. All right? This is the easy one. Now, work is a thing. Work is a thing. The noun is a thing. Which or that. Plus subject plus verb. Okay? Your friend had to do some work. Period. You want to know if she has finished. You say, comma, quote, have you finished the work? Now, work is a noun, so the marker, that. Now we need a subject, that you, verb, had to do. Have you finished the work that you had to do? Question mark inside the quote. End quote. Your friend had to do some work. You want to know if she has finished. You say, have you finished the work that you had to do? Remember, that you had to do is the adjective clause describing work. Let's go back to number 3. That you are going to see is the adjective clause describing film. Let's go back to number 2. That you are wearing. Adjective clause describing dress. Number 1, let's go back to number 1. That you lost is the adjective clause describing car keys. These are all adjective clauses describing nouns. This is very important in English. Okay, number 7. You hired a car. It broke down after a few miles. You tell a friend, the car, blah, 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 broke down after a few miles. Well, the noun we want to describe is the car. The car, that's the noun. What about this car? What about it? Well, you hired the car. So we're going to use this sentence, you hired a car, to describe that car. All right, so, whoops, forgot. Car is a noun. Car is a thing. So we can use marker which or that, subject plus a verb. All right. You hired a car. It broke down after a few miles. You tell a friend, comma, quote, the car. All right, I'm going to use the marker that. Remember, we need a subject verb. You, the car that you, verb, subject verb, you hired. Okay, now broke down after a few miles. All right, end quote, period. End quote, period. So that you hired is the adjective clause, and it is describing the car. You hired a car. It broke down after a few miles. You tell a friend, the car that you hired broke down after a few miles. Okay? Number 8. I stayed at a great hotel. Tom had recommended it to me. You tell a friend, we stayed at a great hotel, blah, blah, blah. Well, hotel is the noun. Well, how are we going to describe the hotel? Well, Tom had recommended it to me. That's how. All right. Now, hotel. Hotel is a thing, which or that. Hotel is also a place. Okay? It's also a place. But I'm going to use which or that. It's better. All right? I stayed at a great hotel. Period. Tom had recommended it to me. Period. You tell a friend, comma, quote, we stayed at a great hotel, marker, that, or which, let's see if we can use which, subject, Tom, verb, had recommended to me. End quote, period. I stayed at a great hotel. Tom had recommended it to me. You tell a friend, we stayed at a great hotel which Tom had recommended to me. Which Tom had recommended to me is the adjective clause describing the hotel. Okay, kids, thank you for watching this video. Now I need you to do a big favor for me. I want you to like this video, and I want you to leave a comment for me. I want you to write, thank you, Mr. Radisha, and then leave your English name. Really appreciate it. Thanks.